Hi guys, it's Joy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are back with another baking video. I'm having so much fun in 2025 trying a bunch of new recipes. I made cake pops for the first time this year.
Yes,
I made blondies for the first time. I made muffins for the first time. I have a little bit of extra milk in the fridge, so I figured I want to make something like a vanilla cake but a little bit different. So today I'll be making a vanilla loaf. I've never made a vanilla loaf before, but I can't see how difficult or crazy it would be compared to just a vanilla cake, so let's try it. Let's jump into the video. I have to show you guys I actually started wearing this really cute apron for when I bake because I tend to get flour all over myself. It actually says I'm a little barista, which I actually am kind of a little barista. I made myself this iced coffee earlier and I'm just obsessed with trying out lots of drink recipes too, so let me know if you want to see any videos on that. Ooh. Yum. Okay, so let's get started with the vanilla loaf recipe. I'm going to make sure I have enough milk for this. I'm going to need half a cup of milk, which I think we should be good. Ingredients are pretty typical for any baking recipe. Flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, butter, 2 eggs, vanilla extract, and it says optional vanilla bean paste, which I don't have, so. The first step is to preheat the oven at 350. First, we're going to need 2 separate bowls for the wet and dry ingredients, and we're going to combine all the dry ingredients first. So basically, we're whisking the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Okay, I have all my dry ingredients in this bowl, and now I'm going to whisk this all together. Alright, so now that our dry ingredients are whisked in a bowl, I'm going to put that on the side. The next step in this recipe I'm following says we're going to cream the butter and sugar together. It says to use an electric mixer, but I don't have one, so I'm going to have to use my muscles. But basically, we're just combining softened butter with sugar. Okay guys, I'm still trying to beat this together with my arm strength, but I ended up melting the butter. I know that probably messes with the science of baking a bit, but if I'm doing this by hand, it's gonna be really hard to combine the sugar and butter and not have chunks if the butter isn't melted, so that's just what I did. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, so now that this is combined, I'm going to add 2 eggs into the mixture one at a time and some vanilla extract to make it a vanilla loaf. With one hand. Alright, so this is the consistency we have currently. So finally we're going to mix everything together. So it says to alternate between adding in the dry ingredients mixture into the wet bowl and adding in milk, and you want to start and end with your dry ingredient. First, starting with the dry, just add it in the milk and ending with the dry again. Alright guys, so this is the texture we've ended up with. It's very similar to just a cake batter. Maybe it feels a teeny bit creamier to me. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to give it a little taste test to see if I want to add more vanilla to it. And then I have this really adorable loaf pan that I'm going to line and pour the batter into. Alright, so I actually ran out of parchment paper, so I just buttered the hell out of this dish, and we're going to pop this in the oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. It's pretty thick, so maybe it'll be closer to an hour for me, but we'll see. She rose a lot and I think she looks great. I'm gonna let her cool for 10 to 15 minutes and get started on a vanilla glaze. Alright, so while that is cooling, I'm going to make a vanilla glaze to pour on top of the loaf. I've never made a glaze before, but I did just buy powdered sugar. All we need for this is a cup of powdered sugar, 2 to 4 tablespoons of milk, which I have, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Alright, and this is our glaze. I added a little bit more milk than 2 tablespoons because I think I prefer more of a thin glaze rather than a thick glaze. And we'll pour this on top of the loaf once it's all cooled down. I'm all done baking my vanilla loaf topped with a vanilla glaze, and I actually love how this came out. It was pretty easy to make, and I'm having a lot of fun trying new recipes this year. Let me know what I should bake next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!